Good morning. Yeah. Today we have a different topic. And I love to not tell you the topics before because it's like going into the unknown, going into the spaces where you can just get excited about the next day and get excited about what else the next day is gonna come. The unknown is like my playground. I love it. I love to play with it. And I want you to go into this space because this is the magic. And today we will be talking about you cannot win the game without knowing the rules. You cannot win the game. I have here a German version of a Scrabble. You know probably a different ones, but you know the rules, don't you? Also, I have another one, a French one. French Monopoly from Nantes. I cannot even pronounce everything. And I have of course, there are the rules. In Switzerland, you have the rules written in 3 different languages. So you can actually play the game, you understand the rules. But what are the rules of the life? What are the rules of life? And I want to give you a few of them. And today, some of the things may be a little bit more challenging, or maybe just a little bit of questioning, allowing you to question the way you or me or we were doing for some time. So allow yourself this space to land it and to receive it. You remember coming here with the empty cup. So first of all, the life is a creative game. It's not a survival camp. And I want you to write this all over your place and really code it into your subconscious mind. I will talk about it more, but today I want you to know one thing. If you can think about like whatever you go, whatever you have, and whatever you have been creating. Most of the people goes into the life by firefighting. Maybe you also discover today things that you struggle and you fight it for years and you were not even aware of that. Most people go to life by firefighting, by feeling like they're problem solvers. I was one of them. And we have to solve the problems, we have to save the planet, we have to do this, we have to do that. And we're going from the space of firefighting, of fear. Even if you think about the religion, has been created on fear, has been created around you have to fear the God and you have to do this or that. But the truth is that even the religion, or mostly the religion, has been, or faith has been created based on the love and of the creation. And no matter if you believe in a God or you belong into any religion or in a universe, it's a creative power. And you have that creative power inside you. So when you create from the survival mode, from I have to run, I have to do this, I don't have time, and there is the crocodile coming out of the bush, your brain is literally wanting to run away. Doesn't want to create anything. He just shut down because that's the time to firefight. Even often we go into the arguing, winning, and fighting with partners and also in our personal, professional life. So the life is a creative game. You don't create from the space of survival. You don't create from the space of scarcity. However, sometimes it can be a good jump. The dreams, the way forward is a great jump, but it doesn't have to be hard. We have been taught so many years that the life is hard. We are proud of working super hard, overworking ourselves. My belief and my role of the life is the life is a creative game and work is the play that I receive money for. Work is the play that pays. And I love this. Like, we all come to work to play, to enjoy, to fulfill. And if that's not the case, go inside and check what else is there. What can you do to actually start to play and enjoy that process? Then we operate 95% on the subconscious mind and 5% on the conscious mind. And everything in the world, all the education, all the programs and everything you encounter so far, it's based on that 5%, building all the strategies. The 95% is your subconscious mind, is your unconscious mind, it's your programming, it's all the things you cannot see, but they actually drive your days. Yes, you heard it well. 95%. And I give you a tangible example. You know something in your head that you should not be, I don't know, smoking, eating pizza or the hamburgers or whatever is that, you know, but you kind of, you know, eating them. Some people don't. But then we have different things. You know, you should be going to the gym. I love this one. You should be going to the gym. And even if you go, you want to go mentally. But then the next day, you find the reason why you don't go. And that's not because it's something wrong with you and it's you are a bad person because you don't do what you said you're gonna do. It's just when you make a promise, when we human beings make a promise, we make from the space of, oh, my wishful thinking and I want to do it, and then we really are there. So we make a space from our future identity and imagination. And when the tomorrow arrives, we are in our old identity. We are in the space where, you know, it's late, I woke up, I have something to do, I have a kids, I have to go to work, the life takes over. But the life takes over, it's your 95% that has been programmed over the life. We will go there a little bit more when we talk about next week, a full manual for human being. Right now, I want you to have some of the rules just put directly. And you know, sometimes, often I talk in our programs or we run them, we want to go not only subconscious mind. We want to go deeper. We want to go and create your habits. This is why you have a 66 days or form of being in this space for the long enough where you can build the habit, when you can build your new self. And often also we experiment directly. And this is the reason why children are learning so well. So you have another myth, which I want to bring it to you. We as adults cannot learn so fast. Children are so great at learning. And you know, you can hear this so much when it comes into languages and so on and so on. Children are great at learning because they are walking experimenters. I will post you a video. It's just amazing how children experiment. They have an idea, they experiment with that idea. But adults have an idea, they do research, they have preconceptions, they overthink, they create this PowerPoint slides, they discuss it, they research, they do the books, they come into so much, but they really don't experiment. And if you don't experiment, if you don't really feel it with your body, mind, hands, and heart, you will only know it in your head. And this is why we also know lots of things in the head, but when it comes into doing, we are like, ugh. And I will tell you one story that, as a public speaking story. So a few years ago, and probably like 8 years ago, I went into the public speaking story. And, you know, I run workshops. I have been doing facilitations for years and so on. And I went into this public speaking workshop, and the guy is asking who wants to go on the stage and, you know, give a little speech to train. And, you know, I don't know how, but my hand landed in the air. So I went there confidently. And when I was sitting on the stage and there was a few other people doing it, I was thinking like, I would do like this, I would do like that, I would say this, I would say that. And I felt like, oh yeah, you know, I know this stuff. And then I arrived on the stage. There was 100 people in the room. And the guy tells me, okay, now we're gonna go to your Facebook and we will do Facebook Live. I'm like, I don't know what even the Facebook Live is because I never done it. And it's like, okay, we're gonna install. My whole system body was like going through like, what I'm gonna say, it's like I even didn't think. I was in the firefighting mode because the new thing was a danger for me. I didn't know what to say. I was like, what should I say? I should say this or that. And in the end, I said, everything looks so cool there and outside. And I said that when I was sitting in your place, I knew exactly what to say. When I come here, the word looks differently when you start doing things. And this moment was the proof for me as well, how we act and react. Okay. So that's another rule of the life, that until you really do it, you don't really know it. And that's also part of a human experience and human experience innovation. So when you go into the human experience innovation spaces, you have to prototype things to see how the people are doing them, to really feel and experiences. We don't do that. We polish the slides, we get them ready, we go out and we convinced. Children are experimenters, are prototypers. They learn fast because they learn with a full body mind and they open. So when I speak here as well, I talk to your subconscious mind and sometimes just land it, let it land in and see what comes. And this will work and you will receive later on. And the last one, probably the most important rule of life, that success, it's an inner game. And I give you, of course, an example. Think about when you are achieving a success and when you're following the career, especially, when you go into the space, the job, the house, this and that, you completely fine. You follow the path, you know the rules, you know the route. But what's happened when you actually go beyond that? Then it's like, what is next? And then when you walk into the unknown, the self-doubt crap, the self-sabotage, the imposter syndrome, the I'm not good enough, I don't belong. Oh, I already achieved so much, but now I don't know if I'm good enough. Or I already have my identity as an engineer, manager, leader, and now I step into something new. What if I lose everything and I will not win? What if this won't work? And all those fears, all those thoughts are literally creeping in on a daily basis. So that's the inner game. The game you will play, you will learn, and you will really experience it as well, because it's about, changing, adapting. It's about staying in your own space. It's also about becoming. All our programs and everything what we do is about becoming the person you want to be. And why I say it's becoming the person? Because most of the things you do, it's targeting your head, reading books and doing all this until you really experiment it and implement it. And that's a long process. You become that person. Here we're doing in a very short time and very consciously. And we're going into the 90%. So when you use only a passive learning, you get 10%. Your brain forgets most of the stuff. When you involve the action, you get the 90%. But we're going even beyond that, because I want you to involve also your heart, your emotions. And it's just mind-blowing how exponential that is in a short period of time. And what is the best? When you at the end of it, or when you finish, so many clients of mine say, I knew it is gonna happen. Like you feel like you knew it, because that's the moment when you become. And I give you the example. So think about marathoner. Who is this person? So first, to become the marathoner, so to win, or to even not win, but to run a marathon, you have to become a marathoner. What that really means, you're like, yeah, become the marathoner. Easy to say. That means that you have to have a thoughts, habits, behaviors, and beings of a marathoner. So what the marathoner would do, he would wake up in the morning and he would run in the rain. He would run in the hot weather. He would run in the old shoes. He would just go for a run. He may not even like it always, but he would go for a run. And when you get that becoming, then you say like, hey, I knew it's gonna happen. Isn't that great? So that's the process of becoming. So becoming a marathoner, and you may heard a lot of that, but it's very vague often. You don't know what it means, that you have to become first, then to do and to have. So that having, it's actually the last stage of the manifestation or creation process, because we will talk about the creation process in the quantum leader. Because the creation, we enter into the golden age of creation. So I'm not going to be talking about programming and rebirth and all this, because we have different programs. This program is specifically creation in the unknown and becoming the quantum leader. And I will tell you more about it soon, what it means. We will love it. I do. So those are the rules. And I would love you today to write down all the rules and the rules you want to have, and catch yourself each time when you think about the rules from the past. I want you to write your manifesto. The manifesto of I, Violetta, this is my rules. This is who I am. This is what I do. And it's kind of like putting yourself already in the first stage of I'm ready. Like you kind of declare it, I'm ready, and I go into the space of who I want to become. And your brain, when you say that, it's like, yeah, you know, she said it or he said it already many times. We know that. Sometimes when we say, I'm gonna go for a run tomorrow. I'm like, yeah, you know, tomorrow comes and like tomorrow. Your brain needs to feel that you are serious right now. So I want you to write your manifesto, post the manifesto below if you're courageous enough, and share with other people. Because when you do that, that's another commitment, that's another statement for your brain. And this is what we are doing here. You're taking one step at a time and one step every single day, and suddenly you have the exponential growth and you become. And then you say, I do it. And it's easy, because it should be easy. Life is a creative, playful game. Work is a play that pays good money, pays money, good money. You should be rewarded for that, but not from the space, I have to because I'm doing so much work for you. But it's a pleasure, it's a fun, it's a fulfillment. And many of us forgotten that. And I want you to remember, not in the head, because I know you already know that, but in your body as well. Last one, this is a very important one. The time is the most important. You cannot buy a time. The time is everything. No, there is something more important than the time. And I give you a hint that will also break a little bit of a time frame for you, which is you cannot manage the time. You can only create the time. So many people struggle with managing the time that it's just heartbreaking. You cannot manage something that you don't belong to you in the first place. You cannot stop, you cannot manage, you cannot influence. What you can do, you can create a time. You are the creator, you create the time. You don't manage the time. And when we go into the management, we kind of like filling our calendars, becoming super busy, working super long hours. But when you think about how I can create time, what I want to create, like think about it also all the AI and all the work you have been doing in the space of technology and human development. We all do the work to have more time. But suddenly we actually losing more time because we're getting more lost in having more time. And that's one of the really awesome, tangible, and very strong outcomes of our program as well. that people literally create a lot of time. Some of my clients are literally working and doing the work in a half time. Or some of them, which they've been working like 15 hours, they start to work, normal hours, which means they actually get extra salary increase, if you think about the hours. So we actually talk about it. So yes, you cannot manage the time, you can create. And the most of the richest people in the world, they buy a time. You heard another one. You cannot buy a time. Of course, all my clients are buying a time. You buying a time when you hire somebody to do something. The richest people don't care so much about, other things. What they buy is a time. To spend the time for the things they want, to create the things they want. They invest the money to create the time. And even the time is not the most important. The most important currency in your life is not the time, it's not the money, it's the energy. It's the energy. Imagine you are having a lot of time, but you don't have energy to do anything. You are in the depression, you are super busy, or your mind is, in the overthinking, and you feel like, you don't like your job, or you like your business, or whatever is that, like, you don't have energy. And even if you're super healthy, you may not have the energy. Energy is the highest currency, is the most important. And imagine this, that energy is a currency. How and where would you spend it? Would you fight with the people around you? Would you complain about them? Or you just go and create the game, create the life? So we finished for today. I know it was a lot, and it will unpack. With those first few videos, I also want you to get the most important concept of the work we do, so you feel familiar with this. And for some of my clients who are here as well, it's a little bit of a reminder. And some of you, it's maybe something new, maybe something discovery, maybe something powerful. But those things, it's much easier to forget than to remember, because we come back always into the previous things. So get your journal today, any journal you want. I have a journal like that. Also, our clients are getting journals like this, our own journals, and write your own manifesto. Post it below and just enjoy the journey of becoming. Thank you so much. And of course, let me know what thoughts are coming, what you feel, and share. Share as much as you can, because that's also creating a neural path, creating and becoming. Everything what you do here matters. Thank you so much. Looking forward to see your manifesto and to see you tomorrow. Take care.